I want to do a quick review of Credit Karma Tax. Stay with me. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. How are you doing today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. Today's our conversation will revolve around the Credit Karma Tax software. And before I get into the nitty-gritty, please check out this short element about our evaluation approach. We do have a rigorous approach when it comes to evaluating tax software on this show. Please check this out. All right, let's just jump right into it. Before I really start here, let me just say that overall, Credit Karma Tax is great for tax newbies. If you are the DIY type, you like to do things yourself. And it's very simple to minimally complex tax situation. So if you're looking for something very complicated, Credit Karma Tax is not your software. The thing here is that if you like me and would rather do your taxes yourself than pay someone to do it for you, you want to really take a look at the Credit Karma Tax seriously. And they've been around pretty recently compared to H&R Block and Tax Act and TurboTax. So Credit Karma Tax is the newest tax software programs on the market. And this is actually an online tax prep program that helps you fill out your tax forms and file your taxes too. You can use it to file both federal and state taxes, and you can even use it if you are a student or a freelancer. The thing here is that other tax prep programs restrict their free offerings to super simple tax situations, and not every tax filer has that luxury. So you do have that luxury with Credit Karma Tax. And how does it work? How does the whole software work? So to use Credit Karma Tax, you gotta create an account. So the site will ask you for your email address to begin creating your profile. Then they'll send you a link to sort of confirm that it's actually you. You provide the rest of the info afterwards, and the software keeps your data safe with 128-bit encryption, sometimes 256-bit, and filing your taxes with them won't harm or affect your credit in any way. And once you sign up, you'll be able to access your tax dashboard. They call it tax dashboard, where you actually just enter your tax information and see at a glance your estimated refund or how much you owe for that particular year. And what we really like is that Credit Karma has they have a very simple system for entering tax data. It's very, very, very simple. It is much more simplified than, say, H&R Block or TurboTax. And one thing is very important also is that please do not skip anything when filling out the form. So it's kind of cool before you get into Credit Karma Tax to gather up all your W-2s and 1099s and other tax paperwork before you sit down to do your taxes. This is very important. Preparation will help you 50% of the way. And so let's just talk about how much does Credit Karma Tax cost? The answer is very simple. It is completely free. It is completely free to file both federal and state taxes from start to finish. So this is kind of, in contrast with other tax preparation software tools, which may let you start prepping your taxes for free, but charge you to file, or if you need to move up a level in service, right? For example, if you have small business income to claim, they'll want to charge you extra. Credit Karma doesn't do that. It is 100% free. What are the features of Credit Karma Tax that we have looked at? So they have actually five features. You can see on the screen right now, and this was taken straight from their website. So they have the smart file, the auto defense, the max refund guarantee. They are promising you accuracy in the calculation. They have a guarantee for that, and you can easily switch. Let's dig a little deeper here. So Credit Karma Tax will, with all the features that I've just laid out to you, those features are available for all tax situations, from the very simple to the very complicated. The refund guarantee. So you will receive your maximum refund with Credit Karma Tax, or they promise to pay you the difference up to $100. And we've actually checked in the last few years, they've kept the promise, and they've had very, very few instances of people actually asking for that difference. So they're pretty comfortable with their products, and they stick to the quality of it. So besides the refund guarantee, you have the accuracy guarantee. So your calculations are guaranteed to be accurate, and if the IRS finds a math error on your return and penalizes you, Credit Karma will reimburse you up to $1,000. Remember that, $1,000. For some other tax software programs, the guarantee goes all the way to $10,000. But for Credit Karma tax, it is $1,000. They have a system called, they have a process called Smart File. So inputting your tax data, it's super streamlined and simple. I've said that before. The Credit Karma Tax process, Q&A process, is very, very, very simplified. The software will not show you extra windows or say fields that don't apply to your tax situation. So you never have to worry if you're doing it right. In addition, you can upload your W-2 data by snapping a pic, or even importing info from last year's return, even if you use TurboTax, TaxAct, or H&R Block. You also have the audit defense. So, nobody wants to deal with an audit, right? At least I don't. So Credit Karma Tax offers a free audit defense, which will support you if you're audited by advocating for you, corresponding with authorities, and even helping you protect yourself from identity theft. And another feature that we love while reviewing this software is that their live chat support is pretty cool. So you can hop on to Credit Karma's live chat support to get real-time answers to your question if you're feeling stuck. You can also search through their extensive help section. They have a very, very extensive FAQ and help section. So the thing here is very important. I need to mention that you may have to wait a few minutes for help if it's a busy time, but they'll let you know how many people are ahead of you. This is very important, okay? Now, let's just kind of talk about what is the target here. When we talk about Credit Karma Tax, who is part of their audience? Who is Credit Karma Tax best for? Credit Karma Tax will work for almost any filer, minus those with incredibly complicated tax situation. I'll talk about that very soon, but overall, whether you have a very simple or relatively complicated tax situation, you should be fine. The fact that they're free, the Credit Karma Tax has the free feature because they use the software for lead generation. They have another business on the side, as the name actually implies. It's Credit Karma, so they're pretty good with credit cards, mortgages. They're very solid on the credit side, so they are able to get customers by offering their tax software for free. Now, Credit Karma does have some basic requirements, including you need to be 18 or older, and you also need to be a U.S. resident or resident alien. So if you are a W-2 wage earner, you'll find that Credit Karma Tax makes your filing process about as easy as it can get. And so while individuals who own a small business in the form of, say, a sole proprietor, LLC, LLP, S corporation, or C corporation will take longer to get through their taxes, they too will find all they need from Credit Karma. Again, the spectrum of target individuals is pretty wide here. Now, who should not use Credit Karma Tax? Though Credit Karma Tax does cover an awful lot of tax situations, it does not cover everything. Of course, there is no free dinner, there's no free lunch. If it's free, they can't cover the whole 9 yards, right? So if you have a complex, and I repeat, very complex tax return that includes any of the following. I'm going to put them on in the screen right now. If you have a tax return that includes any of the following criteria that we're going to put on the screen, you will need a more advanced tax software, aka TurboTax, Tax Act, or H&R Block. So don't use the Credit Karma tax program if you lived in more than one state during the year or had a part-year residency. If you need to claim foreign income, we're showing this on the screen right now, folks. If you are a business filing as a multi-member LLC, S corporation, or C corporation, or if you are a non-resident alien. In other words, if you're filing 1040-NR. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. We are still having a conversation about Credit Karma tax here, and I want to quickly give you a recap of the pros and cons. What are the benefits and disadvantages of using this tax software? What are the pros? Now, the pros is that it is free from start to finish. There is no gimmick, there is no scam, there is no situation where you find yourself being asked to upsell. No. To upgrade. No, you're not going to have that with Credit Karma tax. So this is especially helpful for freelancers and small business owners, so you don't have to pay extra because you don't rely on W-2s. The interface is streamlined, so everything you need, but more importantly, nothing you don't. So it's very simple. They don't want to bother you with extra information to sort of distract you. No, you have exactly what you're looking for and what your tax situation applies to. It is very easy to use, so the program walks you through each tax situation that might apply to you and prompts you for further information. Besides, you can navigate around if you suddenly remember a form you need to put in. And another advantage we've found is that Credit Karma Tax accepts a variety of filing situations. So no matter your filing situations, from single to married filing jointly, you can use Credit Karma tax. So those are the pros here. Let's quickly have a conversation about the cons, the disadvantages, the drawbacks of using the tax software. First of all, it's not good if you move around a lot. So if you moved states partway through the year, Credit Karma won't be able to help you. I have a friend who had that problem last year. Actually, she's having the same problem this year because she lived in 3 states. She lived in Connecticut, New York, and New Jersey. So that would not apply to her or to you if you moved around a lot. And Credit Karma tax only supports state filing in 40 states. So if you live in one of in 10 states, in the 10 other states, the states that are not covered, you'll have to find another way to do your taxes. But on the plus side, there you may be able to file for free on your state's website. And Credit Karma actually also requires a Credit Karma account. So in exchange for a completely free service, expect to see Credit Karma's marketing around credit cards and credit scores. I've already mentioned that before. And the guarantees are cheap. So while it's important that Credit Karma guarantee their products, a maximum payout of $100 in the form of a gift card, no less, doesn't feel as robust as other tax guarantees. Let's quickly have an overview here about Credit Karma tax versus their competitors. So to really understand whether Credit Karma tax is going to be your best option, you need to actually compare and contrast the tax software to a couple of its competitors, right? On price, at least on price, because the whole selling feature of Credit Karma tax is the fact that it's completely free. So we actually put on the screen right now, as you can see here. So we have that, you can see a Credit Karma, TurboTax, Tax Act, and H&R Block, and you can see that it is free for Credit Karma. For TurboTax, the price varies from $40 to $120, as you can see on the screen. And Tax Act it goes from $0 to $75, and for H&R Block, it ranges from $0 to $105. And the prices were as of January 2021. The thing here is, TurboTax, we actually have committed an entire show to doing the compare and contrast among the various players, tax software programs here. And but quickly here, so TurboTax, so generally speaking, TurboTax is the more expensive option, hands down. But the good thing here is that you do get value for the money. So if you want a little hand holding, TurboTax offers an easy to use filing system. You can even add TurboTax Live to connect to a real CPA about any questions related to your tax situation. And TurboTax also offers the most premium options for those with more complicated and convoluted tax situations. In terms of Tax Act, our view is that in terms of, if you think about price, Tax Act is the next lowest cost alternative after Credit Karma Tax. But the thing with Tax Act, and we've said this over and over and over, and we even reached out to the company, Tax Act is not as intuitive when asking questions about your tax situation. You can expect to wade through some extra windows and dialogues when entering your tax info with Tax Act. But if you need some extra features that Credit Karma Tax doesn't offer, Tax Act is your cheapest option. And what about H&R Block? Well, the good thing here is that we love H&R Block, and they've been working hard to maintain their market share in the online tax prep space. For the money, you'll get great customer service, but if you want to take advantage of their free program, you'll need to have a super simple tax situation. And what's especially cool about H&R Block, however, is that you can go into one of their branches and get in-person help from a tax professional, because they do have a network of physical brick and mortar offices that you can go and talk to a live person. So here you have it. Here is a recap here. So what I want to say here is you already have to pay taxes. So it doesn't seem fair that you have to pay again in order to pay them, right? So if you are thinking about if money is a problem for you, if your budget is kind of tight right now, Credit Karma Tax is a solid alternative, because you can DIY your own taxes, and you can actually save money and time. Unlike other tax programs, Credit Karma Tax is totally free, even when filing state taxes. Even though, as I said, there are 10 states that are covered. All right. So what are the rankings here to sort of give you an overall ranking in terms of software usability? How easy the platform is, how easy the app is, how easy it is to navigate the Q&A process. Our score is 10 over 10. Great work. They've done great work there. What about the cost structure? Cost structure also 10 over 10 because it is completely free. There are no shenanigans. There are no play. There are no games here. They're not trying to confuse you, by giving you a free price as a trap. No, it is completely free. In terms of their audit support, we have scored them 8.5 over 10 because they have a lot to do there. They have a lot to improve there. Customer service 7.5 over 10 because again, it is not as fast. It is not as great as TurboTax, for example. What about if you have? What about the tax situation supported? They support, as I said, all tax filer situations from single to married filing jointly. But they're not in all the 10 states. They're not in 10 states. So our score on this one is 8 over 10. And in terms of guarantees, we've given them 9 over 10 because, as I said earlier, the guarantees are not as robust as the competition. So our overall score for Credit Karma Tax is 8.5 over 10. Thank you so much, folks, for listening to today's conversation. Really appreciate it. I will see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.